family, community, congratulations all of you. You've done an outstanding job once again. I was thinking, standing here, the FFA parade's always cold and the graduation's always warm. So we're very fortunate with that, those of you who've been to that. I want to thank our faculty and staff for being here and working with our students. You know, this is my 23rd year at Randolph, and I don't exaggerate when I say I'm extremely fortunate to be here in this community, this school district. I absolutely love it. I love my job. I always tell my wife each year, I worry that I'm going to have more of a disconnect with the students as the years go on. I realize I'm more in the business office, so to speak. You changed that. I really got to know this group, and I can't thank you enough. It means a lot in my position, and so I just want to thank you for that. I want to wish you the best with your personalities, character. I don't think you'll have any issues succeeding. So again, congratulations to all of you. Great crowd. Thanks for joining us. Go get them, and congratulations, class of 24.
So it's our tradition at Randolph that the student speakers are the valedictorian and the salutatorian of the class. So I'd like to first invite to the podium the valedictorian of the class of 2024, Caitlin Van de.
Hello, friends, families, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2024. Before I get started, I would just like to give a huge thanks to everyone who has helped me be here in front of you today. These diplomas represent more than just a paper. They symbolize the dedication and effort you've put into each of us. As I stand here before you today, filled with both excitement and a bit of nervousness, I can't help but think about the future that lies ahead of each one of us. Graduation marks the end of one chapter in our lives and the beginning of a new one, filled with endless possibilities and opportunities. It's a time for us to reflect on our past successes and failures, but most importantly, it's a time for us to look forward and envision what the future holds for us. As we embark on this new journey, it's important to remember that the future is not set in stone. It is within our control to shape our own futures and design the paths we desire to follow. It's up to us to set goals, work hard, and never give up on our dreams. The road ahead may be filled with challenges and obstacles, but it's how we overcome them that will ultimately define us. One of the greatest challenges we have encountered is about to begin. When we leave this place today, we leave behind the feeling of comfort and familiarity. However, no matter what, do not be afraid of the upcoming journey. I encourage each of you to embrace it with enthusiasm. Step out into the world and confront life with the same determination and resilience you have demonstrated to me and everyone else throughout these years. They all have faith in you, and so do I, as you have given them no cause to doubt the incredible accomplishments you will attain. As we move forward, one of the most important things to remember is to never stop learning. Education doesn't end with graduation. It's a lifelong journey that will continue to shape and mold us into the individuals we are meant to become. Whether through college, hands-on experience, or seeking new growth opportunities, you should never stop seeking knowledge and expanding our horizons. In addition to knowledge, it's also important to cultivate qualities such as resilience, adaptability, and perseverance. Life is unpredictable and full of surprises, and it's how we respond to these unexpected twists and turns that will determine our success. We must be willing to embrace change, learn from our mistakes, and continue to push ourselves outside of our comfort zones. As we look towards the future, it's also crucial to consider the impact we want to have on the world around us. We are responsible for using our talents and abilities for the greater good and making a positive difference in the lives of others, whether through volunteer work, advocacy, or simply spreading kindness and compassion. We all can relate to a more sustainable future for all. Lastly, never underestimate the strength of perseverance and determination. The road to success is often long and challenging, but with hard work, dedication, and a never give up attitude, we can overcome any obstacle that stands in our way. I wish each of you to maintain that mindset, the mindset of the determined class, the class that never gave up, the class that believed in their ability to achieve anything they desired. Keep this mindset close to your heart like a symbol of pride, and leave your impact on the world. No matter where our paths lead us, this class, the class of 2024, possesses the qualities to achieve greatness, and I anticipate nothing but excellence from everyone. The future is bright and full of endless possibilities. As we graduate and move forward in this new chapter of our lives, let's remember to set goals, continue learning, cultivate important qualities, make a positive impact, and never give up on our dreams. But also remember to have fun. We are only given one life to live on this planet. Time passes by way too fast to not have fun. We can create a future brimming with hope, opportunity, and success. Congratulations to my fellow graduates. The best is yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin. Next, our salutatorian of the class of 2024 is Jocelyn Zingler.
Now that I've made it through the hard part of walking across the stage and not tripping. Good evening, district staff, school board members, parents, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Today is the day we graduate, and although many of us felt like this day would never come, we are probably all dealing with the very bittersweet emotions, because now we will start new journeys out on our own outside of Randolph High School. A few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to join Mrs. Esser's English class to watch the senior class Project Blink assignments and participate in one of the senior traditions called Toast for Family. When the seniors were asked to share their toasts, Preston Piney shared a good toast that stuck with me. He said, "Something that is special about our class is that we've never really had cliques. Sure, we've had our friend groups and the people we trust the most, but each and every one of us have had our own memories or experiences with one another during our time here at Randolph. Even if they are memories as early as the first grade pumpkin patch play, or the days spent at the cookout, or as a senior class at Valley Fair. I'd like to take you back to the start of our elementary days, a time when we were all so little and got to do all the fun things like bike trips, movie field trips, track and field, eagle watching, spontaneous trips to City Park, or even a field trip to Chickie Audie's farm where Julia Hines held her nose the entire time because she strongly disliked the smell of a cow farm. Elementary school was meant to teach us the basics of subjects, but while the majority of the class was busy truly learning those basics, Kayla and Richard were busy sticking metal objects into an electrical outlet. And many of us learned right from wrong early on. Well, except a former classmate didn't quite learn this when she decided to cut Carly's hair with the scissors. Or the time when we were in 4th grade and Carter Coons wouldn't stop talking, so Mr. Freeland took the necessary actions to pick Carter's chair up with him still in it and placed him in the hall. And then we'll skip past 5th and 6th grade because there's no need to mention that awkward 5th and 6th grade phase, which consisted of the stick figure dancing at the True Blue dances, the trips to the Tunnel of Love during campout, sorry Mr. Stanton and Miss Knapp, and soon the boys would start transitioning from tennis shoes and joggers to boots and jeans. But now we come to high school, where we were all once the small 7th graders that had to push their way through the halls just to try to make it to class on time. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of my teachers for not continuously marking me tardy when I repeatedly couldn't make it to class during the 3-minute passing time. But from the wise words of Mr. Finnegan, those 3 minutes were long enough to get your books, go to the bathroom, and get to the next class on time. I'm sure many of us would disagree because 3 minutes is not enough time. But once we learned how to adapt to 8 different teachers' expectations rather than just one, we all started to find out who we were. We all found things that we were good at, like Quentin, who is an amazing artist. Cammie, Jeffrey Adelman, and Hope can put on one heck of a show. DJ really knows his stuff on race cars. And Grant will probably be the next Michael Phelps. Grace will always be able to do a backflip on command. And we can always rely on Jeffrey Krieger and James to make a good campfire. But whether your passion or your focus was academics, sports, clubs, work, or any other hobbies, when it mattered most, the class of 2024 was able to be there for one another during the heartbreak of losing our friend and our classmate. Despite the ups and downs any of us have gone through over the past years, we came together as a class. We supported one another, we bonded over stories and board games, we put our differences aside and created memories together for our senior year. I encourage every one of us to live life to the fullest like Taven did. Be kind to others, do what you love and not just for yourself. For the pride and the passion, like Taven, do it for Tay. I'd like to share a quote from Dr. Seuss that has stuck with me since elementary Dr. Seuss week. You have the brains in your head, you have the feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You are on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go. Thank you to the Randolph teachers, along with the parents, families, friends, and Randolph community for having an everlasting impact on all of our lives. And it truly does take a village, as my mom always says. She always tells everyone it takes a village, and honestly, all of you are part of my village and the 2024 senior class village, so thank you very much. In closing, fellow graduates, good luck in your next chapter, whatever you choose. Just let me know when you would like to start planning the class reunion. I'm just kidding. Well, you know me, not really. Class of 2024, we did it. Thank you.
So it is also our tradition that we allow the senior class to choose the faculty speaker. So this year, the class of 2024 has chosen Mr. Barrett Freeland.
All right, thank you. I have been a teacher here at Randolph for 10 years. So thank you to the class of 2024 for selecting me to speak with you all today. All of you here in attendance, thank you for being here to support our seniors and recognize their hard work and this great accomplishment. In my time here at Randolph, I've had the opportunity to teach multiple grade levels, starting with you all as 3rd graders and moving up with them as 5th graders, and then again in high school as PE students. I have many stories that I wish I could share if we had time, and if you had me as a teacher, you know that most of them revolve around Carter, as Judge already said. It's been a unique experience to spend so much time with one group of kids, and over that time, it's pretty easy for me to feel like they're my kids. I'm proud of the way that they've turned out, and it gives me hope that in my time with you, I didn't screw it up too badly. In all sincerity, it's been an honor and a marvel to watch you grow from 8-year-olds into the young adults that you are today. Our first year in 3rd grade feels like both a lifetime ago and just yesterday. Since then, I've seen you triumph, winning championships, contributing to the great theater productions, participating in new sports and different programs for the school. I've also seen you fail and struggle, but battle through those struggles. Some of you, we've spent time in the early morning hours in the weight room. Some of you in after-school detention. Some of you, I've had the honor to spend each fall with the last 4 years on the football field. To be here today with you is the perfect cherry on top for our journey. So thank you. To the class of 2024, you're a wonderful melting pot with many personalities, hobbies, passions, style choices, and many more things that make you all unique and independent. But your ability to come together is what will stick with me forever. When we lost Taven this fall, tragically I saw a group of broken individuals come together to support one another with a sense of maturity and grace that I didn't know existed. You've gathered, and you've continued to gather to support each other, the community, and most importantly, the Geiger family. The way that you've handled this and shown support and grace is truly awe-inspiring. You found such creative ways to keep Taven's memory alive and strong, between the burnouts, the beautiful cross made by a classmate, and the candle vigils, and of course the Sitka gear. They've been beautiful, and I'm sure that they have helped Taven's family throughout this process. It also shows the impact that Taven had on all of you. And it's now your responsibility as you go out into the world to try to have that same impact on your communities and the people around you. Do it for Taven. You've dealt with the worst adversity imaginable, and you are equipped with the tools necessary to move through life, knowing that whatever life throws at you, you can overcome it. Class of 2024, as you go on your way in this world to accomplish your goals, chase your dreams, I hope that the lessons you've learned in our time at Randolph will serve you well. If I can give you a few pieces of advice before you go, it would be these. First, love hard. I don't think I need to tell you this, but keep in touch with your classmates, maintain those relationships, and understand that life moves fast. Some friendships will fade, but keep those that you value close. They've proven to be reliable to you already. Love your parents, your siblings, and your relatives. Check in and be supportive of them, especially your parents. As they've supported you these last 18 years, this is going to be a tough transition for them. Give them grace and love. It's not embarrassing when mom or dad comes in for an extra hug or a kiss or sheds an extra tear over the next month as you get ready to move on to the next phase of life. It's unconditional love, and give it back. Have an attitude of gratitude, regardless of how much money you make, where you live, or what you drive. If you can find a way to be thankful for what you have, you'll find a higher quality of life than if you are always unsatisfied with your situation. Be thankful while you work for bigger and better things. Third, I would encourage you to take risks. We live in a world where people are so afraid of failure that they're not willing to take risks. Social media has caused paralysis in real life for a lot of our youth. Don't be afraid to be judged for your failures. The path to success is located far outside of your comfort zone. I have a favorite quote that I found a while back that I enjoy looking back on every so often, and I would like to share it with you all. It goes like this. Failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat. It is a temporary detour, not a dead end. Failure is something we can only avoid by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. Remember this as you go out into the world, to try hard, make mistakes, fail, and then go do it again. Finally, enjoy the ride. You've finished one of the most fun and formative stages of your lives. As you enter the next stage, whether it's college, workforce, or the military, it will be stressful and full of changes, freedoms that you didn't know, responsibilities. Embrace them and find enjoyment in the challenges. It goes fast. Yesterday, I was a 22-year-old first-year teacher with a wonderful group of kids in my classroom. Today, 10 years and a blink later, I'm standing here as a 32-year-old father of 3, speaking at the graduation of those same grade 8-year-olds. Life moves fast. Enjoy the ride. And parents, you enjoy this ride too. I know there are going to be a lot of bittersweet moments coming up. Do your best to enjoy them because you've earned this too. Class of 2024, all of us here today are excited to see what the future holds for all of you. Go into the world and make it a better place. Work hard and be true to you, and enjoy the ride. Thank you for allowing me this honor. And remember, once a rocket, always a rocket. Congratulations, and may God bless you on your next journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Freeland. We do recognize any graduating senior that might be enlisting in any branch of the military. So we do have one in our class. So would Peyton Barker please stand up and be recognized? Thank you for your future service. Not listed in the program, we at this time now have a special scholarship presentation and invite Mr. Stanton and Mr. Kelly to the podium.
So Mr. Stanton and I are honored to present the Taven Geiger Memorial Athletic Scholarships. I was telling my daughter today, 32 years of education. I got the hardest presentation that I've ever had tonight. Nick and Mari, this kid made my day so many days. I already told you about the class. He was right there at the top. He'd come into my office, we'd sit, BS, I'd get him out of class, because that's probably what he wanted. He was a day maker. I would say we'll miss him, but we've missed him every day. Community, you were amazing. Students, unbelievable. Mr. Freeland said it. What you've dealt with, you can deal with anything. Mr. Stanton and I talked about this. I mean, the stories Chris told me about Taven and baseball and leadership. We'll always think about them, Nick and Mari and you. And Mr. Stanton.
Thank you. Well, first I want to thank the Geiger family for generously giving these scholarships away. And if you know Taven, after our his sophomore year, not mine, that would have been eons ago, but we talked about him playing at the next level. He was a good player. He was probably going to be our top pitcher, catcher, shortstop, you name it, he could do it all. And no matter what he did, he had a lot of dedication, passion for whatever he did, whether it was trap shooting, hunting, and from my experience is baseball. He was always willing to do the extra stuff. A lot of times he didn't tell a lot of people how much he was playing in the off season or what he did. He just wanted to be the best. And I think that's what this scholarships will go towards. Kids that have put in the extra time, who dedicated themselves, who have the passion to do something special at the next level. I know that's what Nick and Mari want to extend this scholarship to those athletes that are going to move forward. So it is our pleasure to announce those 4 scholarship winners as we move forward.
So the first 2 I'm going to bring up, and wait till I have both of you. Emily Coonrod will be attending Wisconsin Superior for basketball, and Carly Kimmis, Mankato State for softball. I know they will honor these greatly because these 2 kids work their tails off. I've seen it for countless years. So you 2 come on up.
We have two more that we'd like to recognize. Both of these I had the honor of working with. One is my high school aide. Grace Gerser is going to go to the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, and she's going to continue her gymnastics career there. She's another one that has dedicated many, many hours and hard work to that sport, and I'm happy that she gets to move on. And the last one was one half of my wonderful managers. Julia Hines is going to go to Bridgewater Community College in Wilmer, where she's going to continue her basketball career. She absolutely loves basketball. She's put in a lot of time. So it's a great honor that I recognize Grace Gerster and Julia Hines.
Thank you. We will now have the scholarship presentations. These were students who are receiving scholarships through the Friends of Randolph Scholars organization. Those scholarships are listed in your program, but I will be reading off the names of the seniors who are receiving scholarships, and you'll know what they are going to be getting. So seniors, when I call your name, just stand up in place, and then when I'm done, then you can sit back down. Emily Betzold. Emily will be receiving the Bill and Carrie Quinnell Landscape Enhancement Scholarship and Top Notch Properties and Realty Services Scholarship. Emily Coonrod. Emily will be receiving a Merchants Bank of Cannon Falls Scholarship, a Randolph Booster Club Scholarship, and McAtee Chiropractic Scholarship. Grace Gerster. Grace will be receiving the Gilbertson Memorial Scholarship, a Randolph Booster Club Scholarship, Syngenta Scholarship, and Dawson Avenue Driving School Scholarship. Elise Goodfellow. Elise will be receiving the Randolph-Hampton Fire Relief Association Scholarship and Mulvihill Excavating Incorporated Scholarship. Caleb Hockfeld. Caleb will be receiving the Community Resource Bank Scholarship in memory of June Lind Scholarship, Keen's Crane Service and Equipment Scholarship, and Farmers Mill and Elevator Scholarship. Julia Hines. Julia will be receiving the Strike Tools Scholarship, First English Lutheran Church Scholarship, Jim and Bonnie Simon Scholarship, and in memory of Mr. and Mrs. Warren Gangloff Scholarship. Carly Kimmis. Carly will be receiving the Grandma Fitzy Scholarship, Randolph Booster Club Scholarship, Randolph Administration Scholarship, and the Jim and Bonnie Vistendahl Scholarship. Presley Kimmis. Presley will be receiving the Cannon Falls Knights of Columbus Scholarship and Gergens Plumbing and Home Services Scholarship. Faith Kuktavi. Faith will be receiving the Banks at Outdoors Scholarship, Don Presnell Memorial University Scholarship, James Bassett Instruction Scholarship. Jeffrey Krieger. Jeffrey will be receiving the Kraft Ostrom American Legion Post 142 Scholarship in memory of Jeffrey Eartham Scholarship, Randolph Booster Club Scholarship, and Homegrown Vets Scholarship. Carter Coons. Carter will be receiving a James Ferguson Memorial Scholarship and Waterford Warriors Snowmobile Club Scholarship. Christian Newborg. Christian will be receiving the Cannon Valley Fair Scholarship, Waterford Warriors Snowmobile Club Scholarship, and Tony Nicolai Memorial Scholarship for Trades. Reese Nordling. Reese will be receiving the Frandrip Masonry Incorporated Scholarship and Randolph Hampton Fire Relief Association Scholarship. Preston Piney. Preston will be receiving in memory of Ferdinand Volkert Scholarship, Cardinal C.G. Scholarship, and a Jeremy Eartham Scholarship. Hope Reinardi. Hope will be receiving a Waterford Warriors Snowmobile Club Scholarship, a Randolph Booster Club Scholarship, and Castle Rock Bank Scholarship, and the Kent and Renee Oddie Scholarship. Grant Seelig. Grant will be receiving a James Ferguson Memorial Scholarship, Jim Bresnahan Memorial Scholarship, and in memory of Eugene and Rosella Davison Scholarship. Olivia Smith. Olivia will be receiving the Brett and Bonnie Quinnell Scholarship and the R-Bar Scholarship. Maya Tennyson. Maya will be receiving the Don Presnell Memorial Scholarship for Career or Technical School and a Randolph Trailblazers Scholarship. Kazia Towle. Kazia will be receiving the Stanton United Methodist Church Scholarship and in memory of Carl Mike Oddie Scholarship. Cammie Thompson. Cammie will be receiving Dakota Electric Association Scholarship, St. Mark's Church Welka Scholarship, in memory of Bud and Joan Gustafson Scholarship, and the Town and Country Granite Scholarship. Caitlin Vandesteeg. Caitlin will be receiving the First Farmers and Merchants Scholarship, Randolph Education Association Scholarship, Denison Lions Scholarship, and in honor of Colin Callister Scholarship. Gabrielle Wick. Gabrielle will be receiving a Cannon Falls Masonic Lodge Scholarship, Cannon Falls Rotary Scholarship, and Bill and Hannah Callister Scholarship. Jocelyn Zingler. Jocelyn will be receiving a Merchants Bank of Cannon Falls Scholarship, Vescal Transport Scholarship, in memory of Darrell and Junista Scholarship, and Woody's Pump and Munch Scholarship. Let's give another round of applause to all our scholarship winners. this time is probably the moment you all been waiting for. So we have our board members, two board members, Heather Siebenaller and Regina Wernemont, will be presenting diplomas to students. So we'll get a little time to get them up to the stage here, and we'll get ready. Jeffrey Mark Didburner Adelman. Athena Kalina Grace Annis. Nolan John Banazuski. Peyton Jared Barker. Quentin Sean Battles. Emily Jean Betzel. Connor Joseph Brady. Trace David Carpenter. Emily Jean Coonrod. Cameron Allen Dolan. Mia LeVay Emick. Grace Lee Gerster. Elise Mari Goodfellow. Caleb James Hockfeld. Vance Andrew Heidenreich. Cade Charles Hikus. Ella Romaine Hyman. Julia Elizabeth Hines. Carly Janine Kimmis. Presley Shayna Kimmis. Jasmine Amara Kitchens. Faith Jean Kuktavi. Jeffrey Thomas Krieger. Carter James Coons. Brian Anthony Lamont in absentia. Andrew Ray Lamasters in absentia. William David May in absentia. Maya Jean Nepperud. Christian James Newborg. Reese Ann Nordling. Richard Edward Olson. Colton Brian Oddie. Adrian James Pash. Joseph Piney. Grace Elizabeth Purvis. Ava Rose Quinnell. Hope Evelyn Reinardi. Cameron Michael Reavers. Lucas Robert Rezak. Gavin Lee Rogers. Bryson Clifford Roars. Gavin Eric Rude. Grant Michael Seelig. Aiden Michael Sexton. James Wilson Sheldon. Olivia Elizabeth Myra Smith. Julia Ann Spliegel. Darren David Stapp. Kale Todd Staub. Maya Ann Tennyson. Kazia Lulisama Tao. Cami Joe Thompson. Caitlin Rose Vandestee. John Timothy Weedle. Gabrielle Ann Witt. Jocelyn Nathalie Zingler. We do have one more diploma to present, and I try to get through this. We've talked about Taven a lot, and we are going to honor him today by granting him his diploma. So, with the whole class of 2024, please stand up. And in honor of Taven, they will accept his diploma. Taven Matthew Geiger. Got a few announcements before we. So I want to thank you all for coming and being here tonight to honor the class of 2024. Thank you to Ms. Sapansky and the high school band for being here. When we're done here, the class will process out and they'll meet you in the east end zone so you can greet them as you wish. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present to you the graduated class of 2024.